Hi, Saba.
Javi, I'm recording, just so you know.
Hi, everybody. Oh, Shani looks like a little bit. Bekovet Shabbos. Bekovet. Okay. Okay. Look at that. Everybody's here. Javi, too. Okay. Look at this at the Yudchet. Okay. The very interesting thing here.
Shani, you want to make Batya co-host so she could share the screen?
I'm sorry, I'm a little frozen
Share the
here.
screen.
Hold on.
1 second, Saba.
Okay, ready to go?
Yeah, I think Batya just wants, is going to share the screen.
Vayishma Yitro.
Vayishma Yitro. Kohe Midian Chotim Moshe Eit Kol Asher Asa Elokim Moshe Uli Yisrael Amo Ki Hotzi Hashem Et Yisrael MiMitzrayim.
Okay, that's the pasuk. Says Rashi. Look at the first Rashi.
Mashmura Shama Uva.
Stop. So what is Rashi saying? I say, what exactly did he hear? And what's the most important part of the Rashi? What's the word that's most important? Uva. Because Chila, remember last week, Chila Chajush Plashet, Pelishtim heard. Everybody heard it, right? But only one person came. And that's exactly the story of Moshe. Remember? People looked at this snare. Hey, neighbor, look at this. I see a tree here that's burning. And nobody did anything. Vayishma Yitro Kohen Midyan. Uva, says Rashi.
Should I read it?
Yeah.
Kriyat Yamsuf Milchemet Amalek.
Okay. Kriyat Yamsuf Milchemet Amalek. Now there's a major machloket, a very interesting thing, in the Gemara Zvachim and Mechilta. When did this occur? Now you would think it occurred before Matan Torah, because later on, a few psukim later, there is the Aseret HaDibrot. So far, so good? No. Rabbi Yeshua sover Yitro kodem Matan Torah ba. Makes sense. Rabbi Eliezer HaModai sover Yitro achar Matan Torah ba. He came after Matan Torah. So we're going to go through today of the hints, whoever is correct. Obviously, what's going to be the answer?
That everyone is.
Everybody. Something, yeah. It may be historically not correct, but actually there's a rationale for this. And that's going to be the end conversation with him today. So let's go now, if you don't mind, and go the way Ibn Ezra is. Ibn Ezra says that Matan Torah, that Yitro came after Matan Torah. His first thing is, look in the Pasuk Aleph again. Vayishma Yitro Kohen Midyan Chotem Moshe et kol asher asa Elohim leMoshe Yisrael Amo ki yotzi Hashem Yisrael miMitzrayim. Says the what do you call it? The Ibn Ezra. If this came after Matan Torah, it's not just the only thing here. Can you imagine God comes down with a fire and the lands, and that he didn't hear. It has to be, says Ibn Ezra, that this occurred after, that Yitro came after Matan Torah. Why does the Torah tell us before? Let's not go right now. So now take a look further. Take a look at Pasuk Hey. Who wants to read that?
I can.
Okay.
Yes. Hello. I don't know if you can see me. Can you see me because I'm sharing the screen?
I can see an Israeli flag.
Okay, yeah, because I'm sharing the screen. So, okay.
Okay, whatever. Who wants to read?
תן משה ובניו ואשתו אל משה אל המדבר אשר הוא חונה שם הר האלוקים.
Oh, what does that mean? Wait a minute, everybody. What do you think that means? Har Elohim. What do you mean Har Elohim? If they're correct that this whole thing happened before Matan Torah,
how do they know?
Har Elohim. Says clearly he comes in after Matan Torah. So far, so good?
Mhm,
Pretty good?
mhm.
Okay. So now we have two things here. Number one, what is it that he doesn't say that he didn't see Matan Torah? Number two, clear for him at least, Shahar Elohim. Okay. Now watch, a very interesting thing how Ibn Ezra pulls together that this whole thing happened to be when? After Matan Torah. Now, some of these you may not go along, but take a look now in Pasuk Yud Bet. Who wants to read that?
I could read it.
Okay.
ויקח יתרו חותן משה עולה וזבחים לאלוקים ויבוא אהרון לכל זקני ישראל לאכול לחם עם חותן משה לפני האלוקים.
The problem Ibn Ezra says is very difficult here. Up to Matan Torah, there was no Mizbeach. How could they bring Olot Uzvachim if there's no Mizbeach? After Matan Torah, we know that Moshe Rabbeinu at the bottom of the mountain built a Mizbeach. Says the Ibn Ezra, the fact is Vayikach Olah Uzvachim leElohim. Elifnei haElohim, that Mizbeach was done before the mountain of the Matan. Clearly, as far as he is concerned, means what? That it was done when? After Matan Torah. All right, not fair. And finally, one more thing, and there's more, but what is this one? I should have said fine. I'm sorry. Take a look and take a look at Pasuk Yud Tet. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. No. Take a look at Tet Vav. This is the discussion. This is a famous discussion between Yitro and Moshe, whether he should be the only judge or give it out to other people. Vayomer Moshe.
I'll read. ויאמר משה לחותנו כי יבוא אליי העם לדרוש אלוקים.
Keep going.
כי יהיה להם דבר, בא אליי ושפטתי בין איש ובין רעהו והודעתי את חוקי האלוקים ואת תורותיו.
Says the Ibn Ezra, Chukim, Torah, it has to be after Matan Torah. Pretty good?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good. Now go up to Pashad Behalotcha. Pashad Behalotcha, this Bamidbar, Perek Yud, Pasuk Kaftet.
Hold on. Bamidbar Yud Yatet.
Yeah. Perek Yud, Pasuk Kaftet, please.
Should I read it?
Please.
ויאמר משה לחובב בן ראואל המדייני. חותן משה. נוסעים אנחנו אל המקום.
Wait. So Shani, who is he speaking to?
Speaking to חובב בן ראואל.
What's the name of this person? What's the name of this person he's speaking to?
It's Yitro.
Yitro.
Who says it? Who says that?
Both Chavi and Batya said that.
Okay. So okay. So that's what you said. So let's go back. Very interesting. Let's go back to the very beginning of Shemot. Let's take a look at Perek Bet. Okay. 1 second. Sorry. Perek, wait 1 second here. Almost there.
Which pasuk?
I'm going a second. Now watch this. This is pasuk Daled. I'm sorry, Perek Daled, pasuk Yudchet.
Pasuk Yud-chet, I can read.
Okay, please go. Go ahead, read, please.
וילך משה וישוב אל יתר חותנו, ויאמר לו אלך נא ואשובה אל אחי אשר במצרים, ואראה העודם חיים, ויאמר יתרו למשה לך לשלום.
בסדר. So what's the name of his father-in-law?
יתרו.
Yitro. Now let's take a look and see. It's very interesting. Perek Bet, pasuk Yudchet.
פרק ב' פסוק י'-ח'.
I can read it, Saba.
Okay.
Vatavona al Ru'al avihen meyomer madua
Wait. So who is Tzipporah's father?
Ru'al.
Ruel. He is Yitro. And now we're going to go back again to Bamidbar. Very interesting. In Bamidbar, it says what? What did he call him? Chovav ben Reuel.
Yeah, I had a question about that actually. Why, like, Rashi establishes that he has, that Yitro has 7 names.
Yeah.
Then it says that one of his names, then it calls him one of his names, the son of another of his names. Is he named after his father?
So very good. So that is a very, Rashi asked the same question. And Rashi is an interesting thing. I don't know whether you are my grandchildren, so I don't know whether you do this. You call me Saba, but there are apparently societies in which the Saba is called the Abba.
Abba, that is your name.
Benot Reuel is really Chovav ben Reuel, but instead of saying Saba, they say Abba. So it's interesting. The question is a very valid question. The answer, all right, that's what they say. But what we're really seeing here is an interesting thing that Reuel and Chovav and Yeter and Yitro, they seem to be the same person. And Chazal said the same person has 7 names. Okay. Now we're going to go back though from that information. Can we make any information about the Ibn Ezra that this happened after Matan Torah? Who wants to read again in Bamidbar?
Hold on.
Kaftet, Pasuk Kaftet, Yud Kaftet.
Yud Kaftet.
Yes, please.
ויאמר משה לחובב בן ראואל המדייני חותן משה, נוסעים אנחנו אל המקום אשר אמר השם אותו אתן לכם, לך אתנה איתנו והטיבנו לך, כי השם דיבר טוב על ישראל.
So okay, so Moshe Rabbeinu speaks to Chovav ben Reuel Yitro and says, "Come with us." What does he answer? ויאמר אליו.
ויאמר אליו לא אלך כי אם אל ארצי ואל מולדתי אלך.
So basically, what is Yitro doing? Yitro is saying, I'm going to do what? I'm not coming with you. Okay? He goes back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now take a look at this. Take a look. Back to Shmot. This is very fascinating. Back to Shmot, Perek Yudchet. Who wants to do it?
Just Pasuk Aleph?
No, Perek Yudchet, Pasuk Kaf Zayin, please.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, וישלח משה את חוזנו וילך לו על ארצו.
Now, says Ibn Ezra, putting these 2 psukim together, he sends them out, and he says to them, look, remember in Bamidbar, we are ready to enter Eretz Yisrael. Says Ibn Ezra, how is it possible that this happened before, that he came before Matan Torah? It can't be. It has to be that this is the story that happened after Matan Torah. These are the proofs of the Ibn Ezra. And what would you say in terms of that? What was the one sentence that Ibn Ezra relies upon?
Ein mukdam u'meuchar b'Torah.
Ein mukdam u'meuchar b'Torah, 100%. Ein mukdam u'meuchar b'Torah. And we know that there's one Pashan who never goes that route. Who is that? The Ramban. You would see the Ramban consistently doesn't like that idea. So now he's got to answer all of those questions. We'll see what happens. Okay. So the first thing is Vayishma Yitro Kohen Midian Choten Moshe et Kol Shas Elohim. How is it possible he didn't hear Matan Torah? He says, look, it took time to go from Midian to Eretz Yisrael, to Mitzrayim, and he heard only about Mitzrayim, and that got him to come. Even if he ever heard about this, but the thing Uba that makes him come is Kriyat Yamsuf and Amalek. And look in Rashi, the first Rashi, Mashama. So Rashi goes what route?
Ramban.
Or
Ramban. Otherwise, okay, just in case you feel very good about that, take a look now in the Rashi in Perek Yudchet, Pasuk Tet, Al Kol HaTova. The Vayichad Yitro Reheva was very happy. Al Kol HaTova. Rashi.
Tovat Haman, v'habe'er, v'haTorah.
V'haTorah. So Rashi seems to be saying that happened after, because where you get the Torah from. So far, so good. This is an interesting Rashi, because the one Rashi seems to be going according to Ibn Ezra, the other one goes according to Ramban. Okay, not finished. Now take a look. We're going to have to explain for the Ramban what is it. One of the things has to do with it. The one thing about why he comes, it doesn't say Matan Torah. That doesn't bother me very much. And then Pasuk Hey, Asher hu choneh sham har Elohim. That har is called Elohim, har Elohim, before Matan Torah even, because we know it's going to be there. In other words, we know ultimately that har is har Elohim. So don't tell me, Ibn Ezra, that means that he already had Matan Torah. No, he ended up in this place, which we know is going to be Hara Elohim. And it's possible. So far he's got this. But what's the biggest problem that he has? The Ramban. HaTorah. Remember that Moshe Rabbeinu tells him Chukim and all these different things, right? Remember that? Remember the problem? I'll read to you one more time. It's very interesting. I'm in here. Let's go. Yeah. In Yitro, Pasuk, where are we here? Yeah. Pasuk. Oh, and before that, I'm sorry. Vaikach Yitro Chotem Moshe and the Mizbeach, says the Ramban, the Mizbeach, actually there was a Mizbeach there before Matan Torah. And that Mizbeach, that's what they used. That's his response to this. But the one thing that really is a problem, take a look at Pasuk Tet Zayin again. Isn't that interesting?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very.
Who wants to read that one? Pasuk Tet Zayin? It's almost like a mystery story. Go ahead, yeah, Pasuk Tet Zayin.
I'll read it. ויאמר משה לחותנו כי יבוא אליי העם לדרוש אלוקים. Is that what you meant?
Go ahead, לדרוש אלוהים. Yeah, please.
כי יהיה להם דבר בא אליי ושפטתי בין איש ובין רעהו והודעתי.
And you're cutting it.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't read. Could someone else read?
I could read it.
Okay.
Here, I could read it. כי אלהם דבר בא אליי ושפטתי בין איש ובין רעהו והודעתי את חוקיי.
So what does Ibn El say? What chukim? What Torah? If it hasn't been that Yitro occurred before when? That Yitro occurred it became Matan Torah. There is no Matan Torah. What chukim is he speaking about? Right now, take a look at this. Very interesting. Okay, now I want you to go there. One second, just. This is fascinating.